Hello friends, welcome to Technique, and in this video we'll do a review of the iVooMi's budget offering, the iVooMi ME2. So we already done an unboxing of iVooMi ME2 and found it to be quite a decent device. For the pricing, it is priced 3,999, that's 4,000 rupees, and it's one of the cheapest 4G VoLTE supported device with Android 7.0. So in this video we'll talk about all the aspects of this device. So first up, let's talk about the design and build quality. So when it comes to a budget device, most of the OEMs do not take a really great care about the design and build quality. Again, here we could see it's quite a decent looking device out there. It has a matte finished rear panel, which actually feels quite decent for the pricing it is being offered. It is a compact device because it's 4.5 inches in screen size and does a good job with handling it, and not a bad design or build. So overall, for the pricing it is being offered, it's quite a decent build quality offered altogether. Now on the hardware front, we have this power and volume keys on the right side. The bottom does not have any openings or slot except for the microphone. The top houses are the micro USB charging slot and the 3.5mm audio jack. And on the back panel, we have this 8 megapixel rear camera with LED flash and the iVooMi branding. On the front panel, we have a 5 megapixel shooter, 4.5 inch FWEG display and 3 capacitive touch buttons. So all in all, it feels like a quite good device, a compact device to hold and use. Now next up, the display. In a budget or ultra budget segment, we can't really expect a high performing display, but iVooMi has taken care of the display. Although it is just an FWEG display, that's 854 by 480 pixels, it is quite a good display in terms of the color reproduction. You can see the colors are pretty rich and vibrant. The viewing angles are quite acceptable, but again, if you tilt the display too much, the viewing angles are not that great, and colors do tend to change a bit when you tilt the display. But having said all those things, since it's a price segment, is ultra budget segment, it is quite a decent looking display out there, and the touch response feels decent. Again, similar to other iVooMi devices, the touch was not very accurate, but much better than the previous devices. Now next step, let's talk about the software. So this is one of those devices coming with Android 7.0 out of the box, and when it comes to budget devices, most of the OEMs ship with outdated software, but iVooMi has done a good work here with shipping with Android 7.0 out of the box, and this has most of the UI similar to stock Android. But one of the things which we didn't like much was a lot of bloatwares are included, like some apps, QR scanner, some UC browser, some other applications and news applications are included, which could have been avoided. So that's the only issue we had with the software, and you could see that it's quite responsive to day-to-day tasks, and the notification center and quick toggles are almost similar to what we've seen on the stock experience. Other than that, you don't have much of an options in the UI. You do get the stock like experience. And now talking about the performance. So this phone is powered by a Spectrum quad-core chipset. It is coupled with 2GB RAM and 16GB internal storage. So this is a budget offering. So considering that, the performance looks quite decent. Overall, no major lags, although this is intended for basic purposes, not for heavy multitasking or gaming. So for that work, this does a decent job altogether, and it's quite responsive also. So gaming and other aspects are not really suited for this device, because you do see a lot of lags or issues, because it's not a chipset or a phone which is intended for heavy tasks. So that is the performance aspect. Now let's talk about the cameras. So we have an 8 megapixel rear camera, LED flash, and a front facing 5 megapixel camera. So you can see the camera interface is quite decent. It's a pretty old interface, not the latest version, and the camera does a decent job altogether considering the price segment. So it may not be a great camera smartphone, but for the purpose it intends, that is the ultra budget segment, it does a decent job altogether. So here are some of the samples which we have taken with this device, and they come quite decent overall for the phone in this price segment. Now next up, the battery. So it has a 2000 mAh battery, and the battery performance is again acceptable for the most part, because this is a phone which is intended for more of a calling and less of app usage and multitasking. So for that purpose, this does have decent battery altogether, although we would expect a slightly better battery, at least 2500 mAh battery, but nevertheless it did a decent job altogether with the battery performance. Since it also comes with an FWEG display, it's not even an HD display, and it's a smaller display, it did a decent job altogether. So that was the detailed aspects of the iVooMi ME2. So all in all, for a phone priced at $3,999, iVooMi ME2 offers good value for money with a decent FWJ display, 2GB RAM and Spectrum quad-core chipset, 16GB storage, 8 and 5 megapixel camera, and the latest version of Android 7.0. Technically not the latest version, but still it gets Android 7.0, and these are some of the really good aspects. The phone also comes with dual SIM cards and dedicated SD card. You can expand the storage up to 64GB using the dedicated SD card. And the call quality of this device was pretty good, no major drop calls, and it also supports 4G LTE and VoLTE out of the box. So that was a detailed review of the iVooMi ME2. So if you are looking for an entry level or affordable segment phone, iVooMi ME2 is definitely a good device to consider while buying. So that's all guys, thanks for watching, hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.